Look at you.
And we're back. Here I am.
With booze in your hand.
Yeah.
Way to go, Aoki.
We're sampling.
Sampling. So we had a wonderful first video, but we overshot it.
So we gotta cap it at 30, right?
Well, yeah, I guess so. I just want a camera that I can just film forever, you know, man.
Well, why don't you go freaking buy one then? Your birthday is... I mean, we just had your birthday, and I don't think you got a present from anybody because you didn't ask for anything.
This is actually really true. I didn't get shit.
So
I bought myself a birthday present.
If I were in your shoes...
Do you know what I bought myself for my birthday? Well, you know, because yeah.
I didn't get to,
Sorry.
experience it
Sorry,
at all.
it was that good. Like, I loved it. I wanted to bathe in it.
So, in case you guys haven't noticed, Elliot has become quite the fan of Scotch.
I love Scotch.
Scotch.
It's delightful.
So, tell the people what you got for your birthday.
So I procured for myself, for my birthday, a bottle of Balvenie 21. It's nice. Really nice.
I gotta take his word for it.
Yeah. So this week here we have a Highland Park 18, also a very nice whiskey.
Why'd you put this in my hand?
It's dangerous, isn't it?
It's tasty.
Yeah. That guy, our guy
I know,
at our liquor store, he doesn't let us down, does he?
Not at all.
See, this is why you make friends with the guy at the liquor store.
I understand. Yeah, what is it? A bourbon barrel imperial stout.
It's special. Got a lot going on in there. I like it.
Yes.
Lovely.
Nothing but the best.
Nothing but the best here at the Forge. Putting it back though. Let's talk about knives, yeah?
Yeah.
Knives.
Talking about some knives.
And things.
So, we've been busy doing lots of work this weekend.
It's true.
You want to show them what we got?
I think we should start with the remodeling that we're doing.
Remodeling?
Yeah.
All right.
Prompted
Don't worry about the knives.
Prompted by the arrival of this, a new little mini mill. I'm pretty excited about it. I think it's gonna do what I need it to do. Because I didn't do like a ton of hard milling on manual. But my old machine was tiny and underpowered, and it was getting wobbly, and I had to tighten it every freaking time I wanted to use it. It had strange gibs. I don't even know how the gibs on that thing work. They're very strange. Like this one has normal gibs, right? They're tightened, and there's a thing. Normal gibs, but that one had weird gibs. Gibs are they're a little piece of triangular metal that's in the slot that allows you to change the resistance and wobbly or unwobbliness of any given way. Moving right along. So we're getting rid of this thing because I never had time to fix it up and make it useful. So sayonara, sucker.
It was a great tabletop.
Worked a fantastic table. I'm not gonna lie. That's gonna be a new table for the new mill. See, I've been pulling shite out of here, so it's very open in here. Do I what?
Should we get any shorter? Like, remember, we can build stuff up to here. Since we're both,
Well, I'll probably end up amending that stand.
like, that's a great height for us.
Right? You know who built that? Yeah, me. Because I was like, you know what? I'm a big dude. My bro Beans is a big dude. Partner Mark, not such a big dude.
He doesn't work in the shop.
We're probably getting rid of that thing since I've used it, never.
I can't even believe you brought that.
Well, every now and then you're like, man, how am I going to cut this thing? And you're like, oh, wait, I have a bandsaw.
Thing.
Well, like, if I had a good bandsaw, I'd probably use it more, but this thing is useless.
It's pretty,
Well, it was really expensive, too, you know, it was like $100. I know, I'm a big spender when it comes to equipment. Big spender now. But anyway, so we're going to do some remodeling up in here. I'm hoping that within sometime this year, we're going to add not only a Haas mill over there, but I want another grinder. I would like a horizontal grinder. That'd be great. Or the one that flips. That'd be great too. I need a better one of those. Definitely. I do a ton of stuff on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We do a lot.
It flattens things fairly nicely if you could rectify the flatten.
Which one?
Yep, when you finish any things on it, it's fun. It's a good thing for metalworking. Like it a lot. I like to get a real drill press, like a good high precision drill press. I'm just saying. Could be crazy. The Porter cable can stay. The Delta can go. And that high quality $60 Harbor Freight special, that can probably leave my life. Now granted, I went to Harbor Freight and I opened up every drill press box they had and found the most true one. So it's probably the best Harbor Freight drill press you can find, but it still sucks. So I'd like a good high precision one. So that's what's up in here. No, you just broke wind in there, so you need to leave that filter on, okay? Don't think I didn't notice.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's right.
It's not fart you're smelling.
Yeah, fart you're smelling. So what we're doing this weekend is we're getting BAKs all put together. Having a good time, right? A rollicking good time putting them together. So here's what's going to be at Blade HQ soon. So you have regular stonewash ones. Regular. For those of you who like gray. And these work very well. We should break another bottle.
When do you do that? Now?
Maybe not now. So there'll be a gray, a lot of gray. There will be 4 blue ones, for those of you who like blue. I think we like blue the best.
I like that one.
I like the blue best. I like it. There will be 4 bronze. Kind of a molted bronze look. I like it, actually. I really, really like it. It's got that kind of almost steampunky. Almost. And then there'll be 4 green. I like the green. It's the first time we've ever done anything that green.
Mm-hmm.
I was pretty happy that we could achieve that green. Thanks for the anno tip, Jeff. Very useful. And then there's going to be one of these. This one, actually, in my hand.
Just one.
Just one. You see what I did there? Busy, plain. Busy, quasi-plain. See that? See what I did that?
Juxtaposition?
You like that, right?
Yeah.
How artistic of me.
Yes. Quite.
Have I mentioned these are freaking badass?
Not in the past 20 minutes, no.
They are freaking badass. Like, I always say, like, oh, I gotta make one of these for myself. I really have to make one of these for myself. I miss carrying it. It's one of those knives that you pull out and you're like, shink, and people are like, holy God! You're like, yes, holy God. I mean, because this one you pull it out and you're like, yeah. And people are like, oh, that's cool. You pull out one of those. People are like, sweet, sweet swaddled baby Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what happens, right?
Yeah.
You've seen it.
I've witnessed it with my own 2 eyes.
Exactly. So, that's what's up. Shall we talk about the future?
The future.
Okay.
Don't look at me.
No?
That's my hand.
That's crazy, eh? So, radions. Yeah, radions. They're going to take some work. Not going to lie. Because I'm not CNCing these, because I'm about to not have a CNC that functions very well. So this is all manual. But I will. Basically, the next thing on my docket to work on are getting at least all the ones that I have blades finished for, which is I have 4 of them blades ready. They're heat treated, so they're ready for finishing. So I'll get those made up hopefully next week and have some available. And the whole deal with them is that they are going to be available as they are available. So I'm throwing around the idea of creating a special page on the website that says Radions. And because I think they're a knife that I'm going to continue to make, and I'll just make them out of whatever material any given knife run is being made out of. Because I always buy extra material. Because I always have to make extra parts than just the 25, always. Things go bad.
Huh?
Things go very bad. So like sometimes I get shit back from Waterjet that messed up, but there's no cut here. No cut. Where's the line? Nowhere. I mean, so I can incomplete. Thank you. So I can go ahead and actually finish this thing off, but I will in time eventually. But so I always have extra material. That was the point, always. And so I'm gonna do probably for every knife run that I do, I'll probably do 13, 14 Radions out of that material. So like that group of Radions is M390. And then the next group of Radions will be S125V, because that's what the next 2 runs are made of. Model 4, which is the Phantom. Model 5, which is the Spectre. I have the Spectre in my pocket. I don't have a prototype for the Phantom anymore because we sent it away. So,
Spectre.
Well,
Only different. Yep.
yeah, so I'm going to make a different one. I'm hoping it's Timascus. Really want it to be Timascus, but we'll see. I'm kind of putting Johnny Walker on the spot on this one because Timascus is difficult to make thin, and it's also difficult to make a large sheet of it thin. So we'll see what my main man has up his sleeve. I wouldn't want to do it. I know how Timascus is made, and I wouldn't want to attempt that. So, and as yet decided on the Phantoms, number 4, they are going to go to Blade HQ. Jake has expressed interest in acquiring that line, and so he pays me lots of money, so he gets number 4. That means that the number 5s are staying here, the Spectres are staying here, so I will make them available when they are available. We are trying very hard to get away from doing lists and taking deposits. We don't want to do it anymore. Don't like it. I've actually never liked it. But you know, when you're getting things off the ground, as we have been here, basically for a year, you have to have working capital. And I always try and explain this to people, like, you need working capital. And if you don't have working capital, then you have to charge deposits, period. And it's very difficult for people that either don't run a business or aren't actually knife makers to, like, explain this phenomenon to. And I've tried to explain it to some guys, and they're just like, but it doesn't matter. I'm like, yeah, it does matter. It's not about end result. It's about flow. It's about cash flow, not about result cash. What are you doing?
Nothing.
Such a terrible idea. So, we're almost at a point where we have enough working capital to be able to produce knife runs and not require a deposit. Theoretically.
In theory.
It's good theory. It's good theory. I'm going to run with it.
Alright.
We'll see what happens. But that's what I'm hoping. Because it'd be great to just actually make knives and sell knives. Right? That'd be great.
Yeah.
Good plan?
Likes plan, Chief.
Yeah, thank you. So for Model 5, what we'll most likely we will do is when I have them made, I will basically post they are ready. And whoever the first 30, basically the first 30 people that we'll probably set it up as email, so it's a little bit more difficult. So you have to open an email. So the first 30 people that basically say, hey, I want, then we'll do it. And I will most likely post it at some strange time But I'll let everybody know via Instagram, and I'll do a YouTube video, and I'll post it on my website. Fairly synchronistically, probably. The video is going to be more difficult. You never know how long those things takes to upload. You never know. Or maybe just do a quick header, like, they are available. And then, that should only take an hour and a half to upload.
Shortest video in Ferrum Forge history.
Do it! Right. So that's what's going on in the future here.
And the code word is Monster from the Blue Lagoon.
There's no monster in the blue lagoon. There's the black lagoon. I wouldn't blue lagoon.
This isn't the monster you're looking for.
Use your Jedi mind power to they suck. And of course, as always, I'm going to be working on some custom stuff as well. Have to. Got to get that list down. And I'm making some knives for Don the dealer. I got stuff for him. There's going to be a lot of knives coming out of this shop. A lot. And it is, if we stay on target here.
Stay on target.
Stay on target. We will likely have produced more knives in the first quarter of this year than we did all of last year.
Cool.
Yeah. I mean, so we were like 100 and something knives, 160 something knives last year, which was a record for me. I'd never done that many before in a year. And then here we are in 2014, and probably by the end of April, maybe into May, we'll have produced about that. I think it's pretty crazy.
Slanging knives.
Slanging knives. Well, I mean, it's kind of what it's all about, right? The biggest gripe that everybody has is that it takes so long to get a knife. Well, guess what? Kind of takes a long time to make them, too. I mean, so when we get to this point, right, so you're looking at parts, right, knives assembled, stuff in the process of being assembled. So just to get to this point, I mean, we're talking about 3-4 weeks of work to get to this point. And that doesn't include all the design time and prototype time. Because that happened in February. No, that happened in January. I actually started prototyping these. Just like how... so the Spectres will probably be out around April. And I've been prototyping them. I actually prototyped them in February as well. Yes, we're trying to peg down our knife cycle. It's difficult to figure out. Especially when the majority of it is not in my hands. Right, I don't know how long it's going to take people to get material for me. Like, for instance, the S125V that is going in 4 and 5, and the Phantom and the Spectre, it is coming from Niagara. They are the people who roll Crucible steel. And so they said, we'll get it to you in 8 weeks. Okay, well, we're in week 9 now, and I still don't have my steel. But I knew what they were up against. S125V is extremely brittle when it's in the annealed state. And not easy to roll and then precision grind. So I knew they were going to have problems with it. And I was like, it's not easy. Are you sure you can do it as skinny as I want? And they're like, oh, yeah, we can do it. So I got an email a couple days ago. Yeah, Elliot, it's been more difficult than we thought it was going to be. No shit, huh? What do I know? So hopefully that'll show up next week. They told me it was done. They took my money, so should show up here. And then I can go to water jet. So the handle scales for 4 and 5, they're already at water jet. I think they're done too, or they're getting done this week. So that's good. Because the sooner they get in here, the sooner they get machined. And that's what it's all about. Moving parts through. Because it takes time. It takes time. Like just putting the numbers on, right, per knife. Right, it's about a half an hour per knife. Not because it's a half an hour runtime, but it's a half an hour to set up the CAD, because they're different numbers, so you have to set up new CAD every time, right? And to go through and cut the thing, fixture it in there, cut the thing, new bit, do the number. By the time you get that thing off and another one on, about a half an hour has gone by before you can run the next one. So half an hour times 25, it's a bit. And that's just a number. I mean, how many hours have you spent meeting and That's just you.
I'm probably at about 12 or 13.
And we're about halfway through.
Yeah.
That's just, again, one operation. So knives take a lot of time to make.
Or the flip side is we hurry and make a piece of shit knife, which we will not do.
I mean, you saw me. I fought this one for 5 hours.
Oh, that one was entertaining.
5 hours I fought this knife to get it to finally function correctly. Right? Bearing pockets weren't quite deep enough. Blade was a little too thick. Just all kinds of shit that could possibly go wrong, and they all come together in a confluence of foobarrery. I made that up right now.
Foobarrery.
Right, and so you get crappy action, right? Off-seated blade, crappy D10. It's just like what the hell? And so I got to fix it. So 5 hours later, it finally functions correctly now, and being thrown on the ground once in a bit of reach. Did I mention these are tough? So it was open, and I was like, fuck this shit, and threw it down. And I'm not sure where it impacted.
Thankfully, he threw it away from me.
It definitely hit a tip. It might have hit the tip. But this is why I have chosen to use N360 in a big knife like this, because it is a high-impact stainless steel. Its impact resistance is very, very close to that of S7. And what is S7 famously used in? Jackhammer bits. That is its claim to fame. And so, basically, it's a stainless version of S7. It's very, very similar. But it actually has better wear resistance, so it actually does hold an edge better. More better.
Well, better.
More better. Definitely impact resistance. Yeah. Awesome.
Elite's always finding new ways to keep me on my toes.
Watch out!
Ice picks flinging through the air.
What?
Yeah.
What are you talking about, bro? Well, how are we at time-wise?
22 and a half.
I'm going to run over again. Like a bunch of tards.
7 and a half. We're capping it at 30.
Right. We already talked about booze.
Talked about booze.
Knives. We talked about machinery.
Talked about the future.
We talked about the future. Want to see a new toy I got? So my buddy Paul, he was like, he got this knife. And he's got this crazy rule, right? He swore up and down, I will never buy a knife for more than $1,000. So, yeah, this is the second knife that he's bought for more than $1,000. But he just couldn't bring himself to carry it and use it. And I understand why. It's gorgeous. It's a Frank Fisher Hawkbill. At least I think it's Frank. It's one of the Fishers. I never remember. I think it's Frank.
I can never remember that.
Well, there's Frank and Todd. They're father and son.
Ah.
So and they have very, very similar styles, so they're kind of hard to tell apart. I don't know. One of the Fishers. And I don't think they get offended when people don't know the difference. But gorgeous knife, gorgeous knife. I carried it
Once.
Considered using it
Once.
once. And I was like, yeah, maybe not so much. I mean, it's sharp. Just hope it's sharp. Oh, come on, Hawkbill. Pocket. Pretty sharp. Could be sharper, but that's difficult to do on Hawkbills. So, nice knife. So Paul traded it to me for something equal in price, but a little bit more usury.
Usury.
Yeah, not usury like lending people money and extorting from them. Usury, like the adjective of use-able.
Mm-hmm. We'll go with that.
Whatever you say.
Sounds good. Yeah.
Cheerio. So, I think he's going to be happy when he gets in return for that. That's going to be a sweet knife.
Yeah.
People are going to be jealous.
I kind of want to be AK.
I don't want to.
Blue one. It's blue.
Yeah, you can get one from Blue HQ.
Yeah.
I'm sure Jake will hook you up.
No, I can't afford it.
Well, the thing is that
Well, the next knife that's going to be in my pocket is the prototype of the knife that I make.
it's true.
Because since I'm making it, I have to carry it and evaluate it.
Well, one of the reasons that we're doing this whole, model run of 25 this year is to find which one is the flagship. Right? Which knife is going to be the flagship knife that I turn into a production knife, and that is the production knife. I mean, think of it like I'm trying to find my Sebenza, basically. So Chris has a Sebenza, and he's made that same knife for 25 years now. Still makes it, still sells. I'm sure many of you have one. And that's what I'm looking for, right? Rick Hinderer, right? He's got the XMs. Right? Basically the same knife, just scaled differently. And
Strider.
Strider, right?
All the Strider knives look the same.
They haven't changed the SMF and the SNG for many years now. I don't think they ever will.
Why would they?
Why would they?
It's like, why would Rick change anything about his knives?
Exactly. So I'm looking for that knife for my company. What's going to be that knife for me?
Do you want to talk at all about the SM100 charity auction?
Oh crap! I almost forgot. Well, it's been so long.
Yeah.
So apparently it's finally happening, right? Do I have the paper around here anymore still? I think I threw it away. Man, it's been so long. So if you go, there's a lot of it on Instagram. So EB Custom Knives, that's Eric, and I think Paul Topka was doing it, Semperfit, something. He was taking pictures of them because he's in Pittsburgh, which is where some of the materials is. And so a bunch of knife makers with way bigger names than me got asked to do knives in SM100 because we have used SM100, and I think they're all finally in. And so the names on that list were Tom Mayo, who's that guy? Dwayne Dwyer, Mick Strider. Horton didn't making knives. He ended up making Cockmasters, which I thought was kind of funny. John Graham put in a knife for that, and Les George.
And Eric. Eric threw one in there.
Eric threw one in there. I actually like what Eric does. I mean, they're simple.
They're simple knives.
And then this freaking guy.
And then there's Elliot.
And so, having seen all the rest of them, I can say that I definitely probably went a little over the top. But it's a really cool knife. And if you follow me on Instagram, it's FairandForgeKW on Instagram. You'll see pictures of it with the St. Jude's charity auction stuff in the background. And you'll probably see a little bit more press on it in the next couple of days on Instagram and other places. Probably some of Material's Facebook page, maybe their website itself. I'll try and remember to put a link to it. Try and put a link to it in the doobly-doo. It's tough.
You gotta go home, dude.
But yeah, so that's what's up with that. They're amazing knives in that. Amazing. Say it with me. Amazing.
Amazing.
And hopefully they make a lot of money. Because it's for the kids. Remember? And I've said it before in videos, and I'll say it again. Like, what a fantastic excuse to spend way too much money on a knife. I mean, no person in their right mind can argue against it. Like your significant other, who may or may not hold the purse strings. Like a wife, or girlfriend, or boyfriend, or husband, whatever. Whoever you are. And you can be like, but baby, it's for the kids. I had to. I mean, I know it's a lot of money, but it's for the kids. I am helping to cure childhood cancer. For God's sake, woman. Just
Yeah.
you can't argue with that. Can't argue with the kids.
We're at 30.
Well then let's do it. Let's sign it off. America.
From the heroes and patriots in Fair and Forge Knife Works.
Speaking of Patriots, Chris Robin got a new
Yeah, you can't really see that. It's a little dark outside.
Jeep Patriot. America.
Mm-hmm.
Well, YouTube, I think that's about enough tomfoolery for today.
Tomfoolery?
Tomfoolery.
Yeah. All right. Bye, YouTube.
See you later.